guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh, and look at that, I have a really nice blister right there. Anyways, today's video is a collab with Spark Sketch, and you should totally go check out her channel because she's super underrated and just an amazing artist in general. I recently won her art contest, so we decided to do a collab together, and the collab idea is basically where we draw each other's OCs, but in our own OC universe. So, basically, I got her OC Harley Keys, who looks like this, and I didn't get a ton of information about him since Spark just created him like the other day. So it was really interesting trying to incorporate him into my own OC world, which I chose my OC world called Soul Schemes. Soul Schemes is basically like a dystopian purge type thing, and yeah, it was really fun because all of their outfits are very out there and unique, so it was fun trying to incorporate that with someone who's a bit more introverted, such as Harley. Since Harley is more introverted, I definitely wanted to make him have a sniper. So I definitely wanted him to be more long range and discreet and stuff like that, since he probably wouldn't be super out there going out to people and actually going on like missions. I was really nervous about this liner because I was loving how the sketch was going, because I normally never draw guys. I never draw guys. And I was like, okay, let me draw a guy for this, because Spark gave me a guy, and I was super excited because I was like, oh yay, I get to show people that I can actually draw guys. And so I drew a guy, and I really liked how it looked, and then I did the liner, and it was definitely something. I also think that for that headshot, I think that I accidentally made it a bit too bland and made it a bit too flat when I colored it. But other than that, I really like how it turned out, especially the drawing on the right. I really like that drawing a lot. Basically, my idea for Bloodshot, which is Harley's nickname, is that he has these robotic eyes that kind of tell him where his targets are. And so then he doesn't really have to go out looking for them, since he's more of a shy person and probably just wants to stay home. I feel like he would definitely be friends with Ryan, which is one of my OCs. They look like this, and they are definitely bold and brave, and she is also going blind, so she needs money. So I feel like Harley would be friends with them, and then I feel like though Ryan would betray Harley and she would take all the money, like she does with Cough Cough Traffic Cone. Obviously, all of this is just canon, since Harley isn't actually gonna be in my OC world. It's just for fun and a collab and stuff. But still, I think it's really fun to come up with story ideas, and because that's just kind of what I enjoy doing, since I want to be an author, kind of. The color scheme, though, I feel bad because I kind of just left it where it was. Her color scheme, Spark's color scheme that she gave Harley, is all these browns and tans and stuff. But when I did this, my OC world is bright. Everyone is kind of based off of a color. Traffic Cone has orange and teal and green, and Ryan has pinks and blacks, and then Lydia has purples. And so I was like, Bloodshot, it sounds like he should probably have red. I originally was gonna go with blue, but then I didn't like how it was looking with all the browns, so I went with red, and I think it turned out really nice. Also, those sketches that I did on the left, I did at work, so I didn't really have references for them, and then when I got home, I looked up references, so then it was easier to plan it out with stuff to look at, because I normally don't draw capes, and so it really was a mess trying to come up with something when I didn't really know how it was supposed to look in general. Now, going back to speaking of Spark Sketch, she is one of my best friends on YouTube, I would say. She's just amazing. She's an amazing person. She's so supportive and sweet, and she never fails to make you smile with a comment of hers. She's always super supportive, really funny, just overall an amazing person to be around. So you should totally go check out her channel, because I feel like it's just such a wholesome channel and family. I think that her goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers, and she's currently, at the time of making this video, she's at 648, so I definitely think we could help her get there. I don't know what it is with me and trains, but there's another train going in the background while I'm recording this voiceover, and it's driving me insane. Also, I've been watching Stranger Things, and I just started season 2 because it didn't start that long ago because I'm kind of late to trends, like I always am. But my goodness, I am so obsessed, and I know you may be like, girl, you're on season 2, like, it just gets better, because that's what my friends told me. They're like, if you're obsessed with season 1, I don't know what's wrong with you. Like, I have not watched a Netflix series, or a series by any means, in a very long time, and I feel like if Stranger Things is a book, that would definitely be a type of book I would read, so it's just cool seeing it as, like, it's in person. Like, you know, I can actually watch it and look at the characters instead of just sit down and read it and envision it with my own imagination. The last series, or Netflix series that I watched was Shadow and Bone, and I didn't finish it because I'm a Six of Crows fan, and I wish it had more of the Crows and less of the Shadow and Bone trilogy, because I'm not a big a fan for Shadow and Bone as I am for Six of Crows. Six of Crows is just top tier book. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm going to post this on the first day that I go back to school. And the thing is, when I go back, after I go back to school, I feel like I'm going to have almost no time to record and to edit. I feel like I'm just going to fall behind on posting, and I'm just not going to have that much time to do anything, because basically I'm in sports and I'm in band, and so I have to go to all these practices all the time. And I just feel like I'm not going to have that much time to draw, which is kind of sad, but when I do have free time, I'm definitely going to be drawing. So even though it might be a lot more just speed paints and voiceovers instead of sit down and draw with me, I feel like that's still good enough content. Also, drawing this sniper rifle was so hard, because I am not the biggest fan of guns. I do not like guns whatsoever. I shot one gun once and I hated it. It's not for me. And so drawing this, I had to look at like a billion references and like try to get it exact. It doesn't look exact, but I did try my best, even though it does look interesting. I kind of just drew some lines and called it a day because I didn't really want to spend that much time on something that I don't really enjoy. And something that I do enjoy is drawing people, so I spent more time on that. Also, just the whole vibe of this spread also makes me very happy because it's very bright and very different than any other spreads that I've done, and I loved how it turned out, so I've been making brighter spreads. I know every single time I make a video, I'm always like, oh, I'm making my sketchbook even more aesthetic, and I'm making it more like me, but then each time I make a new video, it's always better and better and better, and I'm always like, oh, I made a new favorite spread, and then I'm like, but I made an even better spread. And so I just can't wait to give you guys a sketchbook tour, not so much that so that you can see all of my favorite spreads, but just so you can see like the improvement, because I feel like I have improved a lot over this summer, and just I'm trying to develop my style as much as I can, because one thing that I'm trying to work on more, which is really hard for me, but one thing I'm trying to do is come up with an iconic color palette, like just trying to use similar color palettes and things, because I feel like that helps your art look more cohesive, especially on like Instagram when you're looking at somebody's bio, especially Drawing with Nicolina. She's amazing at this. She has such an iconic like color scheme that she uses for almost all of her drawings, so just looking at her Instagram, it's so organized and clean and fun to look at. And when you look at all of my art, I don't post a lot on Instagram, but like when you look at my art, it's like, oh, you used like a super dark blue and made it super dramatic, and then the next one's like pinks and very bright, and it's like, oh, okay. But then again, there's also time and a place for making your art different, and so not everything has to be the same, especially since I like making dramatic art and like scenes in my art. It's easier to use darker colors if you're trying to portray a certain emotion. So I need to tell myself that you can choose color palettes, but then again, sometimes it's okay to go out of that and to go out of your comfort zone and, you know, stuff like that. Anyways, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video, and please go sub to Spark Sketch. All of the stuff is in the description. Alright, bye!